Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with big goals, stuck in procrastination, and paralyzed by perfectionism? Yes? Then this video is for you. Today we'll be looking at something so powerful yet often overlooked, and that is small wins. Yes, those small wins that seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they transform everything. That is exactly what we're looking at today. So stay with me and I will show you how micro wins can transform your life, build your confidence, and make your biggest dreams achievable. Let's dive in. First, what are micro wins? Micro wins are small manageable victories that create momentum. They can be as simple as drinking a glass of water, making your bed, writing one sentence in your book, choosing a healthier meal. They are the opposite of waiting for huge breakthroughs. Instead, micro wins allows you to create success daily. It helps you to build your identity as someone who follows through. Now let's talk psychology. Why do micro wins work? The first thing I'll talk about is dopamine boost. Every small win you do gives your brain a shot of dopamine. That is the reward chemical. You do something so little, you feel so good about doing it, and then you want to go ahead and do it again. If it were to be something so huge, you feel I really cannot do this at all. But those small wins gives you momentum, like yes, I can do this, and you want to do it again. That dopamine shot. Yes, small wins gives you dopamine shots. Another reason why micro wins work is it builds identity. When you win, even in small ways, you reinforce. You tell yourself, I am someone that makes progress. I am consistent. If I can do this, I can do this. And that is because of those little things you've integrated into your day to do. You do it this time, you do it another time. When you come across something else, you believe you can do it. You trust yourself. So those little wins that seem insignificant helps you to build your identity. Another point here is micro wins reduces overwhelm. When you break big goals, big tasks into smaller chunks, you no longer feel overwhelmed about doing that. You don't feel like they are just too enormous or too big for you to handle. They feel so little, and so therefore you don't feel overwhelmed. You feel comfortable doing that. And in the aspect of motivation, micro wins boost motivation, not the other way around. You don't need motivation for you to take action. Action fuels your motivation because you feel like these small wins are just so, the small tasks, the small chunks of work you have to do are just so little. You don't feel overwhelmed. You feel motivated to do more. It gives you dopamine shots, just as I have said earlier. So this time around, those small wins, they boost your motivation and not motivation boosting action for you to work. I know we are humans, and yes, we often focus on big goals. I want to write a book, I want to lose 20 kg, I want to become fluent in French or Spanish, whatever language it is. But those goals are intimidating. Why not break them into smaller chunks? You want to write a book? Start writing with 100 words daily or perhaps a page. You want to lose 20 kg? Go to the gym 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour just every day. And you want to become fluent, whatever language it is you want to learn, then try perhaps using apps or try learning a few words daily or whatever you can, just so you can start learning. Yes, big goals are important, but you reach them through small consistent actions. And the first person I'll talk about is James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, who wrote Small Amounts Daily. And his book is a best-selling book. It wasn't written in a day. And also Serena Williams, the tennis star, she didn't just learn how to swim at a goal. She focused on improving one stroke at a time in early training. And yes, we have YouTubers. Those YouTubers you see with 100k subscribers did not just get them at a goal. It's a product of consistent posting of short videos or long videos, whatever duration of videos. They were consistent with it. So when you use micro wins, Consistency beats intensity. I want you to know that. Now, how do you implement micro wins in your life? It's a step-by-step system, and the first thing is to define your big goal. What do you want to do? You want to learn a skill, learn a language, build a business, whatever it is, define it, and then break it into smaller chunks. What is the small possible daily win? Can it be achievable under 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes? Make sure it is something achievable every day. Another step is to track your wins. You can write what you do in a journal or in an app, whatever you want to use, and then celebrate it. Celebrate it, reward yourself for those small wins you were able to carry out. And also stack your wins. Turn one micro win into a chain. How is your morning routine? Attach a small win to that which you already do. Your small wins could be drinking of water, it could be reading, it could be writing. Attach it to something else you already do in a day, and it makes your small wins achievable. And never forget to reflect weekly. Ask yourself, what have you done this week? The things that you've listed out to do, were they achievable? Were they realistic? And reflect. Should you continue this way, or you should look for another strategy in order to implement those small wins in your life? And lastly, to implement micro wins in your life, you can make use of tools like habit tracking apps, journals, or you could get an accountability partner. It will help you. Remember, success doesn't come from giant leaps. It comes from daily, quiet, committed, and consistent action. And when you focus on micro wins, you are rewiring your brain, building momentum, and becoming someone who shows up. Start small, start now. So what's your micro win for today? Leave it in the comments. I would love to read them. If this video inspired you, like, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs encouragement. And always remember, small steps lead to big results. I'll see you in the next video.